Let's freaking go. Josh Allen, I have the perfect comparison, and it's one that Buffalo Bills fans really want to hear. Okay, that's coming up at the end. I want to start off here with the Dalton Kincaid pass in the flat. I also want you to comment below, do you feel the Bills are the favorites outside of the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl this year out of the AFC? The weirdest thing about this Josh Allen game is the Dolphins forced him to basically do nothing. Okay, once again, this stat at the end of the video is going to blow your mind. Really good blocking down the field for Mac Hollins and Khalil Shakir, and they're getting Dalton Kincaid going. A lot of people thought he would be the target hog of this offense. All right, so the one thing that makes Joe Brady really, really, really good is going back to his days with 2019 LSU. This is really, really, really elaborate stuff on this 4th and 3. So you get a motion into an orbit motion. So you're thinking that Curtis Samuel is going to orbit out here. He then pivots and actually goes back in this direction. Okay, so you're thinking this is a potential screen right here, but the guy who actually ends up catching this is James Cook going to the left. Now, this has been an action that nobody at any level have been able to stop. A running back off the initial play action fake, and there is no play action fake, but the running back crossing face and going into the flat, right? This has been a very college-y concept, and it's a long way if you're playing man coverage for this backer to get to James Cook, and you have two screens right here, two essential picks, and what you don't want to do is touch them. So you notice these receivers avoid them altogether. That's about as good as you could have done it, okay? And you have James Cook wide open. This guy trips anyway. He wasn't going to catch him, and now James Cook, all he has to do is get to the pylon. I'm telling you, that might be the most beautifully designed play of the season, especially when it comes to 4th down. Josh Allen back to throw on this 3rd and 5. Tell me that ain't in Shakir. The concept of school. Okay, enough Kanye. So it's 3rd and 5. You have 2 downs to pick it up, so just whatever you do, don't take a sack. Dolphins decide to 3-man rush it. I don't know if you want to do that to Josh Allen. Our guy Khalil Shakir gets open over the middle, and Josh Allen finds him. 2nd and 11. I want you to see how tight of a window this actually is for Josh Allen, right? Who's the antithesis of Tua. Hasn't had the most consistent play calling over the past couple of seasons, even though I'm a big Joe Brady fan. Hasn't had the best protection, even though the protection in this game was really good. But he is unfreaking believably athletic and can make all the throws. And look at this ball. It's actually a wobbler. He fits that in to Khalil Shakir. And you got the unnecessary roughness to add 15 after it. Once again, Joe Brady, when it comes to running back anything, he is really good. They do get away with a false start, okay? That was early, and that did help this puller get out. But, I mean, it was barely early, so you'll rarely ever see that called, okay? Ray Davis is going to be a very critical piece. You see him run through that arm tackle of the DT, and, man, dude's got some juice, man. And what do we say? All of Joe Brady's running backs are good receivers out of the backfield. Okay, it's 3rd and 1,000,000. Okay, and Josh Allen decides to roll out and make something happen. Once again, the worst thing you can do as a pass rusher is lose your feet. Okay, Jalen Phillips was an absolute disaster in this game. So when you lose your feet to Josh Allen's right side, you're giving up contained. So this was pretty much on Jalen Phillips right here. And this is never where you want Josh Allen. Never. Okay, the running back works upfield. Josh Allen finds him. I won't show the other replay, but Jalen Ramsey did kind of fall asleep, and it's an easy explosive throw. 1st and 10 after a sudden change. You could see in my breakdown of the Tua Tagovailoa disaster class. And on the very first play on the sudden change, Dolphins are in a 5-man front, okay? The downside of being a 5-man front versus a heavy set is that's one less person on the second level of the defense, and it can get you into some explosive run plays, all right? And where this actually gets very dicey is you could see that the Dolphins are out-gapped to the left, right? They have a shade here with an balanced line. They brought in an extra offensive lineman to the right side. So you are really unbalanced here to the left defensively. And this DT has to hold on to this gap. This linebacker is hugged really tight to this gap. And the safety here is late to fill. Linebacker guesses that he's going to go through here and completely loses his run fit and is completely out of the play. This is about as bad as it could have happened, right? Because you have help in this gap right here. DT, honestly, in this spot is not doing the absolute worst. I'm serious, right? He's taking on a triple team, and he's actually holding his own to a certain extent. Backer kind of takes himself out of the play. And like we said, if you do a 5-man front, you hold yourself up when it comes to explosive passing plays. And the backer just kind of ran himself out of the play. And now it's just a foot race. This is Poyer going up against his old teammate. And as many of you know, Poyer doesn't really have the same juice anymore. And James Cook takes it to the house. Okay? You've got to avoid explosive run plays. And the Dolphins secondary gives a big one up to James Cook, who had 3 tutties. All right, we get to this 3rd and 7. And once again, Josh Allen really didn't even need to be that great tonight. But this is just unusually great quarterback play, okay? Dolphins get exotic here. 3rd and 7, I never understand why you don't have corners playing at the sticks, okay? So Allen starts off looking left and works back to the right, okay? You can hit Curtis Samuel right here. You're in field goal range if you hit this, or you can go for it on 4th. You can also hit your running back who's leaking right here. But Josh Allen, while fading away here, okay, on this blitz, throws over 20 and saw that this corner bailed to help with the vertical, and he's able to get this ball out there with plenty of arm strength to Shakir, and he picks up the first down very easily. 3rd down and 11. Remember last time, Phillips lost his feet. You've got to keep contained. In this spot, you do not want to allow Allen to roll out to the right side, especially pre-snap if you see it is trips to this side of the field, right? Because there's going to be more receivers for Allen to work back to unless they're all running overs or in breakers, right? So Jalen Phillips does something crazy. He decides to rush to the inside, okay, which you should never do on 3rd and long. And since he rushed to the inside here, it takes away the good rush from this DT up the middle. Okay, so Phillips, who had an awful game, gives up contain, and Josh Allen is able to extend this play. You never want him to do it. Now, in Jalen Phillips' defense, he did have a QB spy, over the middle. Okay, so that gives you a little bit more leeway to go to the inside. Still, I don't want to ever give Allen something that simple. Okay, 11 has some really good pursuit, and I want you to see this throw right here from Josh Allen. I know it's not complete, but he's able to flick his wrist right here, throw a ball with some pretty good velocity, all things considered, and Keon Coleman just gets clamped down, right? That's just a really good play by the DB, but a really good throw by Josh as well. So is Josh Allen the front runner for the MVP? I don't know, but I want to give one comparison here to Josh Allen, okay? He's Giannis. And the issue is Josh Allen is yet to win his ring, but he's going to get at least one, right? If Patrick Mahomes is the LeBron James or the Michael Jordan of this era, Allen is the Olajuwon, the Giannis of this era. He's not the absolute best, but if you do not recognize this guy as an all-time freaking great, okay, I understand, Tyreek, I'd be very mad too because you don't have a QB. Because, bang, this film study tells you everything you need to know about the worst quarterback in the AFC East. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! And tonight we're doing chicken wings. Let's go.